everybody. It's the program. We're on TV. Once again, once a day, every day. Turn on the machines and live forever. I'm alive. With Bird's over there with no mic. Maybe I should clean this stuff up. Then we can find the mics easier. Here we go. Uh-oh.
Hey everyone. Hey everyone, it's been a long time.
How long?
It's nice to be back.
Yeah.
Probably over a month, maybe 2.
2 months?
Maybe something. It's been a long time.
You don't remember the last time you were here?
No, it's been a while.
It's been 2 months. I don't think you've been here in all of April. When was your wedding day?
23rd.
March?
Yeah.
So that means it was before that, like a couple weeks before that at least, too.
Yeah, so it's probably been about 6 or 7 weeks, maybe.
You hear a ring?
Yep.
You got it. Oh yeah, I can see it on the TV. Did you pay 1/3 of your income or something? Remember that that rule? You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah, 1/3 of your income for a year,
or whatever it is. What's the?
Oh yeah.
What's that rule? You know what I'm talking about?
I don't know. Yeah, maybe your monthly salary or something like that.
Yeah, that's what they say. So the more you make, the more rings you get, better rings you get. Instead of getting a
drinking some whiskey.
Yes.
Wow.
I need this whiskey to fight the shakes.
How much whiskey is that?
Cup.
Yeah, just a whole cup of whiskey there.
Mm-hmm. Got to fight the shakes.
Yeah.
Where have you been?
Just laying low, pretty much. Enjoying the married life. And spending lots of time with the puppy dog, and still driving quite a bit full time. So, and spending a lot of time in Seattle on the streets.
Yeah, you seeing things?
Yeah, I mean, all kinds of stuff. Lots of road construction. Road construction season has definitely started up here, and there's lots of flowering trees, beautiful things. What else? Some of the streets are in pretty bad shape, and there's a lot of rain in the early part of this month, and seems like that rain kind of really did a job on the streets. Wow. Whoa.
They're
loud
revving.
motorcycle.
They're revving.
Whoa. Somebody's got some pipes out there. They're trying to catch all the green lights as they go through downtown Olympia.
Yeah.
And they're trying to not have people cut out in front of them. So one of the ways to do that is to be not only seen but heard, so you can hear it coming before you can see it.
Yeah,
it's coming. So
you'd think that the roads would be set up for rain around here.
Yeah, I guess maybe they are in some ways, but they definitely need some work. I don't know. I think puddles form. People can't see the potholes. They go through the potholes for whatever reason. When there's water, the street, like the asphalt gets broken up faster, I think, when it's rainy. I don't know why.
They have improper drainage?
Yeah. It's just, streets break down, especially when you get heavier vehicles traveling on them. So if you've got cement trucks and dump trucks loaded vehicles,
Yeah.
heavy, you know, really most of the damage to the streets is done by vehicles that weigh more than 10,000 pounds. If you're under 10,000 pounds, or if you're under 6,000 pounds, something like that. But I think, especially under 6,000, but you know, also 10,000 is a big threshold. And if you're over 10,000, then you're probably doing a lot of damage to the streets.
How much does a regular car weigh?
Regular car is probably about 3,000 pounds.
And then what, like a van or something, 6,000 or?
Yeah, like a big SUV might be 6,000, and then like a work truck might be like 10,000. You know, or
Yeah.
like a
Dump truck, semi.
yeah, yeah, like a dump truck might be very, very heavy. Like I don't know how much, maybe over 30,000 pounds.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe 50,000. I have no idea.
Oh.
But some of them might be extremely heavy. I don't know the specifics on that, but you know, cement is heavy stuff.
Yeah. You're reading like road statistics or something? 3,000 pound threshold. Like, where are you hearing this like threshold number stuff?
Somebody told me that the most damage to the streets is done disproportionately by vehicles that are very heavy.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
But what are they doing? Just like pushing the road down? They're eating it up. Somehow.
Yeah, it just puts pressure on it, breaks it up little by little.
Yeah.
And some roads are built to withstand heavier loads, like like I-5 with all those concrete panels.
Yeah.
You know, those are very durable. And I-5 was built in, I believe, in the 60s, maybe in the 70s, as it currently exists. And it was designed to last 25 years, and it's now like doubled its original lifespan.
Yeah.
So those concrete panels are very durable.
But they're always updating it.
Yeah, they're supposed to be done with all the stuff in Tacoma by this time next year, I think, is their goal. And they're really building it up out there. It's
yeah.
I mean, it's amazing, the clearing. They have a huge space out there by the Tacoma Mall, like around 38th, and they're gonna add a bunch of lanes.
They've been doing that for years, though.
Yeah, it's been like 15 years, but they've really bumped it up in the last couple of years.
Isn't it like by the time they're done, they're gonna need to build more anyway?
Yeah, I think the solution is gonna have to be something else. You know, it's like, you know, they have a ferry to Vashon Island from Tacoma, but why don't they have a ferry to Seattle from Tacoma? You know, they should. They really should, and they should have more ferries. They should have a ferry, you know, that goes from downtown Tacoma to downtown Seattle, probably.
Yeah.
And
or from here.
There's others. Yeah. Well, there's a ferry parked out at the Port of Olympia right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would be faster than the car?
No. It would be about I mean, I think those ferries, under ideal conditions, they travel maybe 30 miles an hour. So you'd probably need a high-speed ferry that's capable of going 50 or 60 miles an hour to make it practical.
But it's a straight shot, though.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, you don't have to slow down for traffic or stoplights or anything like that. But there's also the tides and the currents to consider. So if you're running with the tide, you might be a lot faster. If you're running against it, then it's going to slow you down. You know, because the tide can run up to 5 to 10 knots, I think, in some places, especially like in the Narrows.
Yeah, what's a knot, though?
It's like pretty close to a mile an hour. I think a knot is slightly more than 1 mile an hour.
What's the? Why do they have a knot? What's the?
I don't know.
It's like a little bit more. Yeah. It's like its own thing.
Yeah, it's like a nautical mile or something like that. I'm not sure.
It's like
because the distance was measured by knots originally, or your speed on a ship.
Yeah.
It's like how fast does the ship pay out a rope with knots tied at specific intervals. So.
Oh, it's not. It's not that kind of knot, not nautical.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like KNOT, but then there's also nautical miles, which are slightly different, and maybe they're based on the knots. You know, the distance, speed of a knot.
Nautical. What came first, knots or nautical?
They're pretty close to a mile per hour, but slightly different.
Mm-hmm.
Unlike kilometers, kilometers are quite different.
Oh, it's all crazy.
Yeah.
Let's just stick with miles.
Yeah, kilometers based on the meter. 1,000 meters in a kilometer, and a mile has 5,280 feet per mile, something like that. So, and there's like 2 point something feet per meter.
Hard to know. It's math.
Yeah, meters and yards are pretty close too, but they're not quite the same. And a yard, I believe, is 3 feet.
How's being married?
Well, it's just fabulous.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's. Gosh, I feel like a rock star. You know, it's like.
Now you're a grown man.
I'm on top of the world.
And say, my wife.
Yeah.
Oh,
say,
my home.
hello, wife.
Oh yeah, I gotta go home to my wife.
Goodbye, wife.
Uh huh.
Wife, will you support me and take care of me in sickness and health? And I will do for you as well. And what's mine is yours.
Do you have to buy your own wedding ring, or do you buy each other's wedding rings? Or you buy both?
I don't know.
Isn't that how it's supposed to be?
Yeah, I bought hers and she bought mine. So
is that traditional?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, I think people can buy their own if they want, if they're dissatisfied with the one that they got. Work it out, say, oh, hey, I want a better one.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever. I want something a little different. Not like, it's it's a silver color. I think it is gold, but it's a silver.
White gold, they call it.
Yeah, I didn't really know about that until this. So
white gold, it's silver. It's neither white nor gold.
Yeah. Yeah.
How do they call it white gold when it's neither?
Yeah.
I don't really understand how gold can be silver, but I guess it can be. Not giving you those rings, the green rings, no copper.
No.
Fancy.
I'm getting a little bit of a callus. Below the finger, like at the top of my palm. So I don't know.
You're talking to your mic.
I don't know if that's from the ring. It definitely could be, though. It seems like it is, because I don't have that callus on my other fingers or on my other hand.
Is it, are you worried about wearing it all the time? I think it's kind of, if it's expensive, you're not going to lose it. Because I've had rings. I lose rings all the time.
Yeah, it's, no, it fits really well. I mean, it's very slim. It's low profile, so I can't even really. I don't even notice that I'm wearing it. I mean, it's like, you know.
Did you get it fitted?
I did go into the shop and have my finger measured, so when Linda went shopping, she would know what size to get.
No getting fat now.
Right.
So my wedding ring doesn't fit anymore.
Well, they can always resize them. And, you know, if you have trouble getting your ring off, then you can wash your hand in cold, soapy water, and most of the time, probably you can get it slipped off. That way, because your fingers will shrink in cold water, and the soap will help.
Did you get a tax break?
I don't know how that's gonna work out.
Or you did your taxes before, probably.
I did my taxes before, so they were, you know, the 2017 taxes were, you know, that ends in 2017. So.
Oh yeah. So next year.
Yeah.
You'll have to figure that out.
But yeah, I use a online tax, you know, business accounting software, and I did put it in as filing jointly, and then my tax payment went up considerably, and then I said filed separately, and then it stayed the same. So I really don't know. I was under the understanding that I would get a sizable discount, but I believe that's only if the person is dependent. So if they're not dependent, then I don't think there's much of an incentive.
Okay.
There's like no economic benefit, but maybe there is just there might be a credit for being married. I'm not sure. I guess I'm gonna have to wait until later to find out.
You think the government wants people to be married?
Well, yeah, I guess. I mean, it's probably supports stability, right, in society.
I guess
People are, you know, in a committed relationship, and they're
you gotta tell.
not playing and causing trouble.
You gotta tell the government about it, though. Like, what else? What? I mean, you're telling each other and everything, but if you're like, because you told the government, you can just get married. You can say we're getting married, and then you don't tell the government, and then you just say that you are after that.
Some religions allow for self-marriage, but I think even in that circumstance, you might have to. I mean, you definitely have to apply for a marriage license, and then you have to have a ceremony. I mean, in Washington State, I don't know how it works, but we needed to have 5 people there, so we needed, you know, an officiant.
Yeah.
And then we needed 2 witnesses. So.
Really?
Yeah.
So that's to be government married.
Well, no, that was a civil ceremony because the officiant was Linda's aunt, and she went and got one of those online minister degrees, so you can pay like $25 or $50, I don't know how much it is, and then you can get ordained as a minister online. You
have to be some kind of minister to be...
Yeah, you have to be an ordained minister, but apparently it only costs like $50 to do that. It's very cheap, at least for the purpose of conducting marriage ceremonies. And
can you just be a minister of nothing, though? Like
we were married in the Church of Suzanne.
That's her?
So, yeah, Suzanne did the officiating, and
she made her own church?
I don't know. That's what I called it. I called it the Church of Suzanne because it was not a civil ceremony. It was religious.
It was religious?
Yeah, because it was the Church of Suzanne.
They call it, I mean, it's a different name if they...
Well, it's only civil if you're done by a judge.
Oh, okay.
And you have to pay extra for that.
Oh, yeah. But then if you don't get tax breaks or anything, I don't know what let's tell you could just say you're married and tell the government, get a ring and stuff, right? And then wear it and say, like,
yeah, maybe, I don't know, but like there's all kinds of benefits that come later in life too, so like
hospital stuff. That's the gay marriage stuff. Thing where they're all about the hospital stuff.
There's retirement benefits, you know, like there's like, so say you're, 80 years old and your spouse passes away, you get to collect on their Social Security. You probably get to collect on their pension if they have a pension.
Oh yeah.
So there's stuff like that where there's economic security in the long term.
Yeah.
So
all right.
If you're retired and all that stuff, you collecting on, I think you can start collecting on Social Security at 62, and you can. If you wait until you're 70, then you can get a larger collection. So if you start collecting when you're 62, then you get a smaller payment. But if you start collecting, the longer you wait to collect, then you get a larger payment. So what you might do as a couple is one person starts collecting earlier on, and the second person waits till the second threshold to start collecting, so you get a larger amount.
The government's banking that you're going to die.
Yeah, it's definitely banking. There's some banking going on.
Hopefully they're dead before they reach 70.
Yep.
Lots of people are.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people, I think in a lot of places, people consider you're considered to be an elder when you're 50.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and a lot of places you can join like retirement communities at 50 or 55 years old, but the government doesn't let you collect on Social Security until you're 62.
Trailer parks 55 communities.
55 plus.
Yeah.
Yeah. Might get a good deal on your house then, you know, living in a place like that. And, you know, you don't have a lot of rascals driving around with their music bumping and stuff like that. So
Punk kids.
Rascals.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's take a look at the phones. Let's see who's on the phone today.
Yeah, I was gonna call you the other day because I was talking to somebody who's a stand-up comedian, and I was asking them about their routine, and they said it was full of lewd. You know, it was a lewd stand-up routine.
Lewd.
And I know, and I was like, oh yeah, that reminds me of Mr. Ginsu a little bit with his vulgarities.
No messages.
How he's doing.
No messages.
Well, let's call Mr. Ginsu.
All right. I think he's going to be working right now.
Okay, well, we can leave him a message.
Yeah.
Tell him that Berd called.
I don't know if
Mr. Berd.
If you're going to be able to hear this, we have to turn it up on the TV. Humor.
Yeah, stand-up comedy.
I don't know what it is. He's trying to say gross things.
Yeah.
You know what I find delightful and not gross bodily fluids.
Yeah,
bodily functions, medical histories, sex acts.
You find it delightful?
I find humor in sex acts and bodily fluids.
You find humor. That's good.
Is that what this guy's doing?
Yeah, I think that's what they were talking about. Yeah, it was a female.
They think that cursing and bodily fluids and sex acts.
0, 5, 6, 1, 1, 3, 5.
Yeah, this is the message. Hi, Mr. Ginsu.
Hey, Mr. Ginsu.
It's the program.
Hey,
could you hear that message? Think, Berd? Could you hear it?
No, not really.
No.
555 something.
You know, you can call us back, but you can hear the sounds though. Like you hear the beep, or if we call somebody else, you can really hear it.
Heard it.
It's called my grandmother. I've been calling my grandmother recently.
Okay.
Have you called my grandmother? Have you been here when we called my grandmother?
No.
So you haven't been here for a while.
How's she doing? Yeah.
We're gonna find out. I've been calling her every day for like, a long time. So yeah, it's been a while for you. Did you have a honeymoon? Oh. Hello, Andrew.
Yeah.
How come you're not at work?
I work at 3.
Oh, yeah?
How come you not work?
I work at 3.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Playing hooky.
Well, I work at 3.
What are you doing?
Nothing.
You watching TV?
Uh-huh.
What's on TV?
Pawn Stars.
Pawn Stars. Berd is here.
Hey, Andrew.
Huh?
Berd, can you hear him?
What's up, Berd?
Hey, great. Just greatness. That's what's up.
What's up?
Just great television programming, producing.
Oh, yes. That's right.
A great feature program here.
It's a pretty nice day outside.
Yes, it's gorgeous.
It's a nice day to stay inside.
Yeah. Too nice.
Yeah, lots of pollen in the air, that's for sure.
The only thing about nice days is they make me feel bad about being inside.
Uh-huh.
On a bad day, I'm like, I'm inside and this is where I should be. And on a nice day, I'm inside and I'm like, this is making me feel bad.
Yeah. Thanks, weather.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Yeah.
Making me feel bad.
Yeah, I want gray. I like the gray skies.
Yeah.
Stay out of my way. The sun, everybody comes out and they're like trying to get in my way and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Saying, leave me alone.
Last year I got really bored and I was tanning in my lawn for like a week straight.
You were camping?
Tanning.
Tanning? Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it was super sunny in Ellensburg. I just like sat in my lawn in just my underpants, and then I was done. I was real tanned, and my ass was super white.
Oh, yeah?
Yep.
I remember you were really tan.
Yep.
It was weird.
Yep.
I was like, why are you so tan?
Gotta take off those underwear. Strip down all the way.
Did you show people your ass?
Yeah.
You're like, hey.
Look at my white ass.
Look at my ass.
It's white.
And he said, hey, would you like to see my ass?
Did you go streaking through the streets?
Yeah.
Did you leisurely
And people
walk
said,
down
man,
the
that guy's
sidewalk?
got a white ass.
It looks extra white because it's probably regular color, but then the rest of you are so tan.
Yeah. Try go to Sasquatch or go to the Gorge, like a music festival.
Yeah.
You'll turn tan.
Yeah, you got a sunburn. Or red.
Yeah, it can happen. But if you wear sunscreen, you'll turn tan.
Smart.
How's Grandma?
She's bowling right now.
Oh, yeah? Did she take her medication?
Let me go check.
Oh, yeah? Which TV do you watch when Grandma's gone?
Her TV.
Oh, yeah, the bigger one.
She took it.
Good. But she's still got that SD TV thing running through the VCR, you know that?
No, what is that?
It's the cable box. She's got that fancy TV, but she's running it through a VCR.
Yeah?
Yeah. You know?
So it doesn't look very good?
So it just looks like a VCR.
I want some of Grandma's stew.
Shigaki.
Yeah.
That's New Year's food.
Every week is
Sukiyaki?
Sukiyaki, yeah. Berd came to Grandma's for sukiyaki one time. My brother's living over there. You met my grandmother, Berd.
Oh, yeah.
My brother's living at that house right now.
Cool.
Sukiyaki is good stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know, where do you buy that?
You gotta cook it. You can't buy it.
I think Happy Teriyaki might sell it.
Really?
Maybe.
Sukiyaki? I don't know about that. Bulgogi.
Yeah, I don't know.
They're all Koreans. All they have, yeah.
Still the menu.
Did you go to work since you broke that light?
Yeah, but I have to like carry a panel on the bus. I don't want to do that.
Oh yeah.
Oh, B&I is open.
Really?
Yeah.
B&I's open again.
B&I, that's that place in Tacoma?
Lakewood. Yeah, I gotta go there. I thought it closed down for good. I thought they were.
With the arcades?
Yeah, I thought they were shut down.
Yeah.
Not
They have a original Punch-Out arcade there.
Yeah, and they've had it running since it came out.
It's true.
They just
You should
never.
try and buy it.
Yeah, that's like kind of people. I do all the tape stuff on the VHS, and they're like, "You're being retro, huh?"
Mhm.
And I say, "No, I just never left." You know?
Yeah.
Like, does it count as being retro if is this what you know from childhood? But
It means you're an old person.
yeah, I'm not retro. I'm old.
I'm old. Yeah.
Yeah.
Grandma, why are you still watching that old tube TV?
Yeah.
What?
This is a TV. This is a regular TV. You got one of those new fancy TVs.
Yeah.
But like they got those games, they just never got new games.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. It's like when arcades started, they bought all those games, and then they're like, okay, we're done.
Yeah, probably. I heard the DS was kind of a little bit based off of the Punch-Out screen. I thought it was Game & Watch because of the double screen, you know?
Yeah, I think it's based off of the Game & Watch.
Yeah. It's based off of Game & Watch, but then also Punch-Out was part of it also because it's got like the two screens and they...
Yeah. But it looks like exactly like a Game & Watch though.
Oh, the DS? Yes, it does.
So I'm pretty sure it's Game & Watch.
Yeah. You know that like a Wii controller? It's kind of like a broken down 64 controller. Like the nunchuck part that you hold on to is like it's like the joystick part of it.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, Nintendo's all about old history and stuff like that.
I play Mario 64 on that nunchuck. It's fun. It's good. It works out.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And then you can move your hands around.
Yeah.
You don't need. They're not connected.
Why are you playing that old game? That old system?
Yeah. Old stuff. It's retro. I'm retro.
That game is more than 20 years old, but I guess it is retro.
Retro Rick.
Yeah, that's what they call me. Retro.
It's like people playing Pong in the 90s. You're like, what? What's wrong with Pong?
Yeah.
I don't know. Pong's pretty old. I've been thinking about that lately. Like, the 70s to the 90s is like,
Yeah.
same distance, if not closer, than now to the 90s.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
You know, they always say it's like that 70s show. That's what they, when you go back and think about that stuff.
And you gotta make it, we gotta make that 90s show right now.
That 70s show came out in like probably 96, right? If I'm guessing.
Yeah, like 98, something like
98,
that.
and that was, so that was 20 years.
It's true.
So they're about to make that 2000s show.
The 2000 show. Wow, they're gonna. What was the 90s show? What got made?
Well, there's Fresh Off the Boat right now.
That show's dumb.
Have you seen that show?
Married with Children.
A little bit.
No, Marriage with Children was modern in its time though. That's where we're talking about shows that take place in another time. But well, Fresh Off the Boat, I like that show. I watch it. You don't watch it?
Is it good? Okay, I'll watch it. I need to watch it more. I heard the guy. It was written by an Asian guy who was based on a book, and then only like the first episode was based off of the book or something like that.
Yeah, the premise was based off the book. But it's like about an Asian family the kids are right at our ages. Like the oldest kid is my age, and like next down, just like our family.
Huh.
In about the same year too.
Asians.
They're Asian.
Fresh off the boat.
Asian
Well, I guess
Americans. And they're about the same age as we are, and about the same time too.
Well, it's a good show, then. I guess I can't make a new show about it. I don't know what I would make.
It's okay.
Would be about 90s or what?
Yeah.
I'm gonna hang up. The phone's cutting out again.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, that 90s show. We'll call Freddy the producer. You remember the 70s, Berd?
Nope. I was very young.
Uh-huh.
I only lived for less than 2 years in the 70s. You didn't live at all.
I did not, yeah.
Hey, program.
Hey, Freddy! You in Disneyland?
I was in Disneyland yesterday. Yeah, I got your I saw your phone call, but I was busy doing Disneyland things, and I not quite into Disneyland. I was going through the process of getting there, and then I was like, I'll just call him back later. But then, it was too magical.
Yeah. Yeah, you're just doing... Yeah, Berd is here.
Hey, Brian.
Oh, hey, Berd.
Hey.
Good to hear your voice. I'm glad you're on the couch. Do you got room on that couch? I remember there were some tapes.
We're close.
Oh, yeah, we're snuggled, but we still have like 4 inches in between us.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
That's great.
I'd prefer it if there was another row of tapes so I could get a little closer.
Oh.
Well, we're putting all those tapes into boxes, so,
Okay.
It'll have to be boxes next time.
Where are you?
I'm in, I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where I am.
California somewhere.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm in Sierra Madre. I think I'm in Sierra Madre. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. I'm pretty sure I'm in Sierra Madre.
Are you just doing? Yeah.
I'm at the house that we're staying at, and we're kind of just getting up. We went to Disneyland yesterday, and we got there at like 10, and we left at like 11.
Wow.
Whoa.
So it was all day.
You just doing one day?
Yeah, I only did one day, and I don't know. They give you those you can buy passes for an extra $100 to go to both Disneyland and California Adventure on the same day.
Yeah.
but there's no way. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I think I have this weird like completion desire or something, or like maybe something where I'm like, we're here at Disneyland. I would like to ride every single ride, and like I want to experience everything that this has to offer me.
Yeah, I think that's like 3 days. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. You can't do it in a day, especially because some of those things are like time traps. I think like we went on like earlier on before we realized what was going on. We went on the Tarzan's treehouse, which is nice, but it's like you just kind of are like in this line of people going kind of slow, walking through this treehouse. Yeah. And nothing really happens. You're just kind of experiencing the ambiance and like the incredibly well designed. Like, I mean, they're building these cool worlds and everything, but it was definitely for where the parents are like, we just got to get the kids to do this thing and like take some time up. But I felt trapped because I wanted to go on a ride for a second there. But that was the only time we felt that way.
Is that based on the 90s cartoon Tarzan movie?
Yeah, they even have like a weird 90s Tarzan, like large, like mostly naked man Tarzan. Like, huge, you know, and he's like not even animatronic. I think he's like just a statue.
I didn't like that one. I didn't like that movie.
Yeah, well, it's all part of the large Disney thing, which I think is really good. It was also a Pixar Day or something, or like they were doing some sort of Pixar. I think it's not Pixar Day. It's like they themed the ending fireworks and like the parade in the middle of the day to Pixar stuff. And I enjoy the Pixar movies as emotional, like, you know, it's like these things that make you feel emotions, and it's really good. But I don't know. I think that overall the Disney characters are more like I want to see them in real life, maybe more than I want to see the ones in the Pixar stuff. I think Pixar like needs the entire like movie format of like building your relationship with the characters and like having emotional things happen or whatever. But the kids like it. The best ride was, or for me, I mean, everyone's got their favorite ride, but we got to ride two of the classics, you know, or I don't know. There's like the old style classics, like the ones that were there in the 50s and 60s when it was just starting, and then there's the ones that I think like define the experience. The one that defined the experience, and if like I would want to go back just to ride this ride, was the Splash Mountain ride. And like people do the Splash Mountain, and I've heard people talk about it, but all I've ever heard is like about the like last drop, and like you get a picture, you know, and it's really scary, and you're like in a log and you're about to drop down this crazy waterfall. What I've never realized was that it's got the best like animatronic themed thing of all. In fact, the whole pacing of the ride is perfect, because it starts off being like a really sweet like little ride on a log going down a river, and then these animatronic animals start singing these songs about like oh, let's all go together, let's all have a good time, and they're like kind of, you know, they're really uncanny animatronics, but they're like somewhere in the middle. They're almost like they're like slightly better than like Chuck E. Cheese style, you know, but in that style almost, where they got like feathers and they like are furry and they're got some pretty good movements and they're singing songs and stuff.
Yeah.
And then it starts taking some weird dark turns, but like it's almost like they're so happy that it's kind of dark in a sense. And then there's like a part where they're like telling you that you have to smile and you have to laugh and there's no frowns allowed. Yeah. And then things get darker and darker, and you start like going down these weird drops, and then as you're about to climb for the big drop, there's these like scary crows that are like, I don't see you smiling, like, and they're like,
you're gonna die.
I know. And then I don't know, but the whole pacing of it, it's like this beautiful it's like balancing terror and like kind of like manic excitement.
Yeah.
It was so perfect. That one was really good.
Did you get a picture?
Yeah, we got a picture, and Madeline and I were both just like terror in our own personal ways, so it was good.
Good.
It worked out. It's a really funny picture now. But it's actually true fear, you know. I think that's the funny thing, is it's like taking, I mean, especially for first-time riders like both of us, it's like feeling truly what it looks like for that individual to actually be horrified and like pure animal terror.
Yeah.
So
it's a good ride. Do you go Space Mountain?
Yeah, both of those rides, like when we first went to them, they said that they were closed, and so we were afraid we weren't going to get to ride them, but we got to ride that one. In fact, we got to ride that one twice, because the first time that we went through it, I guess some of the lights weren't on. Like, it actually was pretty much, the first time we rode it, it was like a roller coaster entirely in pitch darkness. Like, I know it's almost kind of supposed to be like that,
Yeah.
but it like shoots you into space, and they're supposed to be like flying around space lights.
Yeah.
But I think the space lights were malfunctioning or something, and so we ended up just whipping around really fast in the darkness with no light.
Whoa.
And that was a pretty good experience too. So
Yeah.
that was, and then when we got done, the people operating the ride were like, "You guys okay to go again?" And we were like, "What? What do you mean?" And because we had just said, I think we had just said as it was coming to a slow, like, we should definitely ride this one again. And then they were like, "Do you guys want to go again?" And we said yes. And so they just like pushed us through the line, and we got to go through again.
Whoa, with the lights on.
With the lights on, and so it was even better the second time. So
Whoa, that's fun.
it was really exciting, yeah.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah, California Adventure is like the one with the more roller coasters and stuff, though, right?
Yeah, I know. I like the roller coasters. It took me a second to. I think it was after the Small World ride that I realized, like, what you're experiencing in Disneyland is more than just roller coasters. Like, roller coasters are really great, but what they're doing at Disneyland is they're like creating these whole experiences and worlds and like stories through like another, like in this crazy way of telling stories. I mean, I don't know. I think some of the older rides have really got it down too. Like the Pirates of the Caribbean ride kind of left me feeling like really freaked out about pirates. And it's like they're always building these really good. They're like building these stories and these worlds, and you like kind of forget that you're in the real world, and you forget that you're like in a little boat floating down a river, and it's just.
What about The Simpsons? Was that there?
No, that's probably in Universal Studios, I guess.
Oh.
Because I don't think The Simpsons, is that what you
Fox?
Yeah, well, Fox got bought up by Disney recently.
Oh, really? No, there is Star Wars, though, now.
Oh, yeah? And Marvel.
There wasn't any Marvel stuff that I saw, but yeah, probably they're building new things all the time. I saw a giant mountain under construction. I don't know what it was going to be for, but you could see in the distance, like, them building a new mountain. And they put those things in there so dense, like the inside Splash Mountain, you like look at it and you're like, wow, that's a solid mountain. But the mountain is just like probably 100% full of ride, you know? Like it's taking up all the physical space inside the ride.
Yeah, that place is crazy.
So it's good. I think the biggest thing that helped was bringing water. We had a water bottle that we kept just filling up every time we emptied it out. We just drank water the entire time. And I really think that most of the time when you get really tired at Disneyland, it's because you're dehydrated.
Yeah. Was it hot?
And then, yeah, it was hot. It was really nice and comfortable. Although, you know, it hasn't been as hot as you would think. It's been, like, pretty hot. But it gets a little cool at night. But definitely, how's the weather in Olympia? I've been kind of just imagining that it's still just a giant downpour because we left in, like, the worst rain I've ever seen, maybe.
It's hot now, today.
Sunny today.
But it just got sunny.
Yeah. Yesterday was a little sunny and rainy, too.
That's good.
So when are you coming back, like tomorrow?
Yeah, we actually have a kind of a crazy airplane back. We're going to be flying out at 6 in the morning tomorrow morning. So that makes it that we have to be at the airport at 4 in the morning. And then that also means we're trying to actually today part of the thing is that we're trying to figure out how to get to the airport and how to get picked up tomorrow morning in Portland. So we're going to make it work, but it's kind of weird because we couldn't, like our main ride kind of like might not be able to drive us now.
Oh, yeah?
So we're kind of trying to figure it out because public transportation gets kind of tough to take between the hours of 2 and 4 or 2 and 6. So
what about Berd or Uber?
Yeah. How far are you from the airport?
We're going to Portland.
Oh.
Portland Airport.
Oh. Yeah, but they got to be at the airport in L.A. by 4. So they got to wake up at 2
Yeah.
to get to the airport by 4. To get
We could get an Uber. We did an Uber from my first Uber. We did an Uber from Portland, like outside of our friend's house, to the airport, and that worked out good. But it was like, it was like $15.
It's not bad.
And then, yeah.
it's pretty cheap.
You went to LAX?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You see famous
yeah,
people?
we went to LAX, and did we see what people?
Famous?
Famous? No.
Oh.
I haven't seen any recognizable famous people at all, other than the
Mickey?
costumed
Yeah.
Disney characters.
Gotta go to Beverly Hills.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I probably don't know the new famous people, and maybe I've seen them and I just don't recognize them. That's a possibility.
They might be wearing baseball caps and sunglasses.
Yeah,
And
everyone in LA
hoodies.
looks very LA. You know, they look this big. There's a look here. Even in Disneyland, it was like, whoa, we, without really doing anything, like, don't really look like the other people here.
Yeah. Because they're mostly
Wow.
children.
Lots of teens, actually.
Lots of teens?
Like, yeah, it was like there was a teen. There was a lot of teens, some old people, parents and families. That was the funny thing. Crying children and like frustrated parents.
Yeah.
Why would you bring your kids to Disney? I know it's like
They're
for
like-
kids, and kids really want to go to Disney.
They're like, I spent my whole year, I saved up year for years to take you to Disneyland and you're 5. And the kids are like, ah,
Yeah.
I want to watch TV at grandma's house. Like, yeah.
Oh, and then the new Star Wars ride. It's like a 3D ride. So like, you ever been on one of those rides where you're like in some seats but they shake it around?
Yeah, yeah.
It's pretty good, very effective. But the funny thing about it is that it empties out right into the gift shop. Right into the Star Wars gift shop. So, I mean, any kid who rides that's immediately just going to be like, oh, buy me this, buy me this. Like, they're just, like, setting up this experience for the parents to be like, oh, wow, that was a fun ride. And then the kids are like, buy me this thing. And I'm like, oh, no.
Yeah. We're going to record a message to the future.
I think the plant needs to be watered.
Water it.
Oh, you should water it.
I will.
Hey, future.
Hi, future. I'm in California.
What do you have to say to the...
It's sunny outside.
If you go to a theme park, you should drink water, lots of water. Bring water bottles.
Yes.
And anywhere.
Oh, yeah,
Stay
drink lots of water all the
hydrated.
time.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, I almost hung up. I almost hung up on you. Say bye, but maybe I will anyway.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, we'll see you when you get back, Freddy. Have a good trip.
All right, take it easy.
Bye.
Thank you, program. Bye.
I've been to Disneyland in California.
Yeah.
I went. It must have been 94 or so. I was a small child.
Yeah.
I don't know if I must have had fun at Disneyland.
Yeah, I think you
I
did.
guess.
Got any pictures?
Yeah, somewhere there's like that Splash Mountain picture. They got it. I think there's other pictures too. There's like pictures hanging up at my grandmother's house. I can get them from the thing of me and my family at Disneyland, meeting Mickey and stuff. It's not too far away. It seems like it would be much farther, but with planes and stuff, you can get there. Freddy went there. It's on a 3-day trip.
Yeah.
But it's kind of crazy, I don't know about these places that are designed specifically for amusement, like these amusement parks. They kind of freak me out in ways. Like, the world is a dark place, and bad things are happening, and like there's $1 million crazy fun zones for people to go to and give them money and be like,
Yeah.
this is fun, this is so fun, and you're like, well, is it?
Happy at the same time, other people are miserable and suffering
Yeah,
and in pain,
yeah.
starving.
And it's like it's just like a totally weird place to go to where it's
Yeah.
like the focus is just on fun, and it's good to indulge sometimes, I guess, but
Yeah. I mean, if you're constantly in the
is your mic working? I can't.
constantly worried about how much people are suffering, then that might not be very good.
Yeah, it's hard life. But like, I don't know, you like to go watch the trains, right?
Yeah, I haven't been doing that as much as I have in the past, and I do enjoy it. There's
somebody was
something
like,
meditative about it, calming, you know.
Like, you want to go watch a train, or do you want to go Disneyland?
Mysterious.
If you had those choices.
Yeah, well, I mean, watching trains, you know, 5 miles from your house is definitely more affordable than going to Disneyland in California.
We finished the tapes. Today is the first day of the messages to the future from last year. So we started doing it today. Last year we started doing the new way to do the messages to the future. So this is the first one.
Hey, messages.
Hey, future.
Hi, past. It's the first one.
The past.
This is the first one.
It's this day.
That is special.
Yeah, today, 19th.
Wow.
First day of this
Wow.
one.
365
It's the
day
18th or
anniversary.
Yeah.
What did we do today?
It's like before this, we were
1
doing
year.
the thing after. Remember?
One
Like,
complete
supposed to
solar
be like what we did
rotation
today.
here on these messages to the
that's what
future.
point
Yeah.
Why we did it at the end of the show and not at the beginning.
We've completed the whole year. We did it every day for a year. Not like we did in this other thing for almost 10 years.
That's
whole
the
being
old
back here,
couch
but
there, got
we're
an
back here
electric
on
guitar,
the 19th and year
Skeletor,
in the future. Maybe next year, maybe
That's
further
Carl
than that.
Senior.
Laurel
I'm not
Senior,
sure if we decided when we're going to be talking to
future
you.
Carl.
But this is the first day that we're doing this.
Maybe we should just
Just
call him
remember.
Carl now, and
April
take off the
19th.
senior part.
2017.
It's like, where's Carl? Oh, he's right there.
Yeah.
So far,
I
it's
miss
been
Carl.
talking and
Yeah, me too. Where
into messages.
is Carl Senior
All
anyway?
right, bye, future.
Should be in the corner or something.
Yeah.
Test us out.
I think he's buried,
Yeah, Carl Senior should be
so
around
to
somewhere.
speak.
Well, only about 3 minutes left
3
today.
minutes.
Yeah.
Maybe I should run down to the bathroom and get some water and water the plant, but I think I'll do that after.
There's like a.
Is there?
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. Just do it after.
Yeah, I don't think there's water up here. I'll fill up the jug too, so.
No, don't fill up the jug with that. Oh, there is water. But oh no. Oh, this is the one's out. I thought I had another jug
Empty.
somewhere. But don't fill up that jug. That jug's for well water. I get it from the well,
Okay.
not from the.
Yep.
Just from the tap.
Yeah, well is good because there's no chlorine in it.
Yeah.
So it's not gonna. You don't want to put chlorinated water in a plastic jug like
Mm-mm.
that because the chlorine will leach the plasticizers and
Ooh.
make bad stuff.
You'll get
to go in your
plasticized.
body. Yeah, you do not want plasticizers in your body.
Oh, I've been plasticized. You go to the doctor, and they say,
Yeah.
"What's wrong with me?" And they, "You've been plasticized."
Yes, you've been drinking too much chlorinated water with plastic vessels, and it's caused a disease.
Your guts are 20% plastic.
Yeah, you have a plastic film in your body.
Yeah.
It's bad.
I don't really understand plastic. I guess
Plastic,
it's made out of oil or something.
good and
right?
bad. Yeah.
Show's over.
Oh, pardon my yawning. Oh, that's beautiful.
Thanks for watching. It's Thursday.
Thursday. Happy April.
We're on TCTV channel 22 at 11:30 and 2 a.m. YDHWM.com. Yeah.
YDHWM.
360-364-384. Call and leave a message. Get on TV.
Call them.
109 State Avenue, number 3, Olympia, Washington, 9501. That's our address.
Yep.
Come
Send
find
us a
me.
letter. And 360-836-4384.
Graham, it's a good song. Thank you. TCTV, La Bebe, Jody, Fabulous, Graham, Slipper, John Munster, Thurston County, Washington State, USA. Thank you. And viewers, it's you you're watching. Thank you.
Yep. Thank you, viewers.
Hell yeah, dog.
Bye. Bye-bye.
Bye.